Let's start with Jeff Howe.
Hey Quinn, what when Isaiah Bond is healthy and ready to go, what kind of impact does he have on the offense, and how much does he change how dynamic you guys can be?
I mean, yeah, it's always going to be hard to cover a guy that's, that fast and has that much speed on the outside and can make moves and is just a really dynamic receiver.
Josh Newman, go ahead.
Yeah, Quinn, just with this season alone, how much have you seen Arch grow up, in terms of, his mentality and how he approaches the game and just how prepared do you believe he is to kind of take the reins of Sark's offense?
And yeah, I think over the past 2 years, he's definitely grown and matured for sure to be able to be successful at Texas.
Danny Davis, go ahead.
Quinn, over your 3 years, what has Jake meant to you personally and to this program, Jake Majors?
Yeah, I mean, he means a lot to everybody on this team. I know that for sure. I mean, just the amount of juice that he brings and just the amount of comfort that we all have playing beside him and knowing that he's going to get us all in the right call for pass protection and for the run game. I mean, just a super smart guy and awesome guy to be around for sure.
Cedric Golden, you're up.
Hey Quinn, we talked to Jade and Michael Taft yesterday about the grind of this season. It's a long season. You played long seasons at South Lake Carroll, getting all the way to state title game. How is this similar to that? And what do you have? What special preparations do you have to go through to stay fresh? Because it's a real grind. You guys can play 17 games. It gets all the way to January 20th.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, it's a long season and um, it's nice to have a little more time in between these games to be able to get to, as close as you can back to 100%. And also just gives you more time to prepare for the opposing team that we're playing. And but at the end of the day, it's awesome. It's awesome to still be playing football whenever other guys are at home or training for the combine or whatever it is. But it's definitely a blessing to still be playing football for sure.
David Eckert, go ahead.
Oops, sorry. Oven is going off. Hey, Quinn. I'm just curious, what are two or three things that you specifically need to do to be successful on Wednesday?
Um, I think I just need to be a good leader through the adversity because adversity is going to strike and just take care of the football.
Harry Middleton, go ahead.
And good afternoon. So, thinking back when you were a kid and dreaming about being a quarterback at the University of Texas, were your dreams this big? Did you ever think that you would be playing at this stage, being the general on the field to lead this team to not only the Peach Bowl, but potentially further?
I mean, yeah, I mean it's the stuff you think about as a kid for sure, but you know, you never know if it was actually going to happen or not. But now we're actually in the situation. But I don't think it's really sunk in. What's really going on around me and just the blessings that I've been able to be a part of.
Jeff Howe, go ahead.
Quinn, as you guys get further along into the playoff and the season progresses, I was just wondering, blocking out the outside noise, be it good or bad, seems easier said than done. What keeps you grounded and focused and locked in and not, thinking about what's outside or what's next or anything, just kind of focused on today and then the next day? What keep you grounded?
Well, I think my teammates, because that's what they deserve. You know, we're all in the same situations. We all have stuff going on outside of football, but we all decide to come here and come to the facility and practice each and every day, be away from our families, be away from our loved ones. And, we all have the ultimate goal of trying to win a national championship. And that's what everybody deserves. Everybody deserves my best. And I think that if you ask anybody in that room, or anybody in the locker room, that they'll say the exact same thing.
Got time for three last questions in queue. Chip, go ahead.
Quinn, does this feel like it's new life for you, this team, now that you're in the playoffs? And you know, you talk about, your ability to raise your level. You did that against Clemson. And did DeAndre say anything to you, after he dropped the pass that ultimately got picked?
Sure, I mean, you can look at it like our first however many games until the bye week was a season, and then again until our next bye was a season, and then again until the playoffs was a season. So you could say we're kind of in a new season for sure, but um, I think what we've done a really good job of this year is just taking each week as its own week and focusing on what we need to do with that particular week and not being focused on what's ahead or what just happened the previous week. And um, yeah. And then with DeAndre, I mean, no one's worried about that with DeAndre. I mean, I think I let him up the field a little too much, and um it can go either way.
Two last ones. Thomas Jones.
Quinn, Happy New Year. When you have a guy like Trevor Gooseby up front, how can you help a young player, in practice and during the game itself? As a quarterback, what can you do to help him?
Well, I think what helps him the most and what I've noticed is just the smaller things, whether that be, you know, uh, it could be as simple as a high five or a knuckle bump or just telling him, hey, good job there. Good job, pass protection. You're doing a heck of a job out there. And I think that goes a long way for young guys because I know for sure when I was young that would help me a whole lot. Just as simple as that. If an older guy, a leader of the team came up to me and just told me I was doing a good job, I'm like, oh, all right, now I'm gonna settle in here a little bit and kind of get into that flow state.
Last one, Joe Cook.
Kind of along those lines, what's it say about Trevor himself that, if Cam's not able to go, if Kelvin gets knocked out of the game, that, he can jump right in and you still feel like you can be protected on either side by number 74.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely proved that over the past few weeks that he's more than capable of coming in at any moment in time and being able to go play ball and just super proud of the way that he's carried himself and prepared himself to be able to do that throughout this year. Going into the season, you got two really good tackles and Gooseby's sitting behind him. He's probably thinking he's not going to get much playing time this year, and then for him to be able to kind of flip that switch late in the season, it's been really cool.
Thanks, Quinn. Appreciate the
it.
time.
Thanks.